Good morning, student. My name is Miss Manisha Borkar, Department of Fishery Science, NES Science College, Nanded. Now, today's we will going to start the semester third theory paper 6th. The name of paper is Fish Disease Management. Okay, theory paper 6th. The name of paper is Fish Disease Management. Okay, today's we will see here the unit number first, that is nutrition associated, okay, which is related to the, as we knows that the what is the nutritions, or these nutritionals are how they take part their role in the fish body. Okay, we will see here the vitamins, proteins, lipids and the minerals. Okay, see the firstly definitions of the terms included in that topics. Firstly seen food. What is mean by the foods? Any substance, solid or liquid, that contains nutrients. Okay, any substance that includes the nutrients we are called as the food. Then the nutrients means the substances that can be digested and used by the body. Okay, that the digested and they will be the used to the body is called as the nutrients. Elements, all nutrients are made up of elements. They are simple substances that cannot be broken down into anything simpler. Okay, elements that will be include the various minerals, they having the various structural elements will be include. Then the various macro and the micro elements will be included in that the elements. Diet, the selection of food each person eats. Okay, we will select the food for the eating purpose, we are called as the diet. Balanced diet contains all the nutrients in the correct amount for the needs of the body. Okay, those these food they having the all nutrients contained in their the balanced diet, they will be the is called as the balanced diet. RDA, that is called as a recommended dietary allowance. GDA, guideline daily amount. Now seen here the nutrients, there are 6 nutrients, that is proteins, fats is called as lipids, carbohydrates, mineral elements, vitamins, then the water. Okay, these are the very beneficials or the important nutrients for the fish diet. Now nutrients are a micronutrients and a macronutrients. In here, macronutrients needed in large amounts by the body, that is protein, fat and carbohydrate. These are the macronutrients. Then the micronutrients needed in a small amounts by the body, that is vitamins and the minerals. These are the micronutrients. Senior nutrients composition, the elements that make up the nutrients. Then the classification is divided things into groups or the classes. Then the sources, food that supply a large amount of nutrients. Then the function, uses of nutrients in the body. Okay, senior firstly the protein composition made up of the elements. Okay, this protein will be made up of the following components, 4 components, that is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Protein is the only nutrient with nitrogen which is needed for the growth. As we know that protein is a very important nutrient for the fish body as well as the human beings. The elements join to form amino acids. The amino acids link together in a long chains called as a proteins. Okay, this is a protein composition or the formation of that the proteins. Okay, seen here the various amino acids, they will be attached to the hairs in a rounded shape. There will be the amino group is present to the various components we will made up of that the nitrogen, hydrogen, Okay, seen here the primary protein structure is sequence of a chain of the amino acid. Here there is the sequence of that the amino acids. Now protein classification, there are two classes of protein. First is HBV protein, that is high biological value, first class protein, that is the animal protein. LBV protein, that is low biological value, second class of protein, that is present in a plant proteins. Both classes of protein are needed in the diet. Okay, both are very important for the for that the nutrient value. Then the protein sources, how we will the source of that the protein we will eat, then we will having the protein in our diet. Okay, animal protein we will made up, that is the meat, poultry, fish, eggs, then the cheese, yogurt, milk. Then plant protein, which is lentils, beans, then the peas, nuts and the cereal crops. Plant protein foods contain less saturated fat, more fibers, than the cheaper to the produce. Okay, there this is the diagram showing the protein sources. Okay, seen here the various legumes, plant bees are seen here, the various nuts, then the milk producing there in first diagram there is eggs, then the butter or the milk related products are present. There are the sources of that the proteins. Seen here the functions of protein, the growth of all body cells for a repair of a worn or damaged cells, to make hormones, enzymes and antibodies in the body. Protein RDA and energy value. RDA for a protein is 1 gram per day and per kg of the body weight. 1 gram of protein can release 4 kilocalories or the 17 kilojoules of the energy. Okay, we will get that protein according to the per kg of the body weight of the fish as well as the per kg body weight of the human beings. Okay, lipids are made up of that the fats and the oils. Okay, lipid is made up of fats and oils. Seen here the composition, lipids are called fats when solid at room temperature and oils when they are liquid at room temperature, made up of three elements, that is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The elements make units called glycerol and fatty acids. Each glycerol joins to three fatty acids to form a lipid. Okay, seen here these three fatty acid, they having the structure of that the lipid. Seen here the glycerol, they contribute the fatty acid first, then the fatty acid second and fatty acid 3, they all over the made that the lipids. Lipids classification, there are two classes of lipids. First is the saturated lipids, animal fats, solid at room temperature. Then the unsaturated lipids contains the plant and fish oils, liquid at room temperature. Lipid sources, saturated fats are found in butter, nut, lard, meat, cheese, eggs and milk, yogurt. Unsaturated fats are found in fish, nuts, seeds, cereals, then the soya beans, olives, avocado, pears, some margins, cooking oils, etc. Seen here the saturated fat sources, there will be the eggs, then the here's the various butters will be present here, meat is present here, then the milk or the all milk made up products are saturated fat sources. Here unsaturated fat sources will be in nuts and the seeds, then the wheat, then the cereal crops, they having the unsaturated fat source. Seen here the lipids function, releases heat and energy for the body, insulates the body, protects delicate organs, example is the kidney, sources of fat soluble vitamins A, D, E and K, delays the hunger, adds a flavor to the foods. Overeating lipids, overweight or obesity. Okay, we take the lipids in a large amount or the fat, they having the overweight or obesity. Unsaturated then the saturated fats raise blood cholesterol. This causes a high blood pressure, strokes, and the heart diseases. Then benefits of a saturated lipids, they helps reduce cholesterol. Then omega 3 and omega 6 fatty acids reduce risk of the heart diseases and improve brain function. They are found in oily fish, seeds, and the nuts. Okay, these lipids and the fats, they are useful to the fishes, or the sometimes they are not useful to the, then the overproduction or the over fat we will take in our food, they will cause the obesity in the fish. Carbohydrates composition made up of three elements like carbon, hydrogen, and the oxygen. The elements from a single sugar units, example is glucose. Then the sugar units link up to form the other carbohydrates. Carbohydrates classification, there are three classes of carbohydrates, that is sugar, starches, and cellulose, fiber, roughage. Carbohydrate sources, sugars are found in a fruit, honey, table sugar, cakes, biscuits, sweets, fizzy drinks, and the jam. Starches are found in bread, potato, pasta, and the rice. Cellulose is found in fruit, vegetables, whole cereals, seeds, nuts, bees, brown bread, brown rice, high fiber breakfast, and the cereals. Carbohydrates functions to supply the body with energy. Extra carbohydrate is changed to the body fat and stored. Cellulose is needed to keep the digestive system healthy and the lower cholesterol. Now the cellulose is not digested, just passes through our digestive system unchanged, helps to push food through the intestine and prevent the constipation, diverticulosis, and the cancer of the coelom. We need to eat 30 gram of fiber of a day. To the healthy, most people only eat a 50 gram. Now sugar is a food we need to eat less of. To eat too much sugar is causing obesity, tooth decay, and the diabetes. A lot of sugar is hidden in foods that don't really taste sweet, especially convinces the foods. Example is spaghetti hopes. Check label for the ingredients. Reducing sugar in your diet, replace sugary snacks with healthy fruit, then the nuts, yogurt, etc. Drink water instead of fizzy drinks. Sweeten breakfast cereals with a fresh or a diet fruit. Example is rations, then the banana. Then check sugar content on food labels and choose low sugar foods. Vitamins classification here: fat soluble, dissolve in a fat. Vitamins like A, D, E, and the K. Water soluble is dissolved in a water, that is vitamin B and C are water soluble. If more of the fat soluble vitamins is eaten than the body needs, it is stored in the liver. If an overdose of these vitamins is eaten, it causes a hypervitaminosis, which is harmful to the body. Water soluble vitamins are not stored in the body. If too much is eaten, they are removed in the urine. It is therefore important to eat water soluble vitamins in every day. Now thank you.